Okay, guys, and welcome back. This is Abdul Noor who will be taking for you mathematics of primary. In our class of today, we are going to discuss fractions, which is very much examinable in KCB as well as KCSE of high school. Remember, we are going to start with a question of this kind, where we are going to look for a value. You're told example one, what is the value of this one? Now, in the events where you have such question, what you're going to do is you're going to come to the solution part by saying we have 3 out of 4 of, then change this times this, 15 plus this one, 16 out of 3 plus 32 out of what? Out of 5. We have plus 32 divided by 5 divided by 4 out of 3. This times this is 4 plus this one, this times this is 3 plus this one is 4 minus 6 out of 5. Then you write here board mass. Take your time. B means bracket, O means off, D means division, M means what? Multiplication, A means addition, then S means subtraction. This principle is very important in that the moment you have division, you cannot solve what? You can't solve multiplication or what? Addition. Then we are going to start with the brackets. You'll ask yourself, do I have bracket here? No, you don't have something in the bracket. So what you go for is off. Go for off because you have off here. Then we'll solve off first. We're going to say 3 out of 4. Look here. We're going to say 3 out of 4 times off will change into multiplication sign, 16 out of 3 plus 32 out of 5. This is 32, remember, divided by 4 out of 3 minus 6 out of 5. Then remember this 6 out of 5, 6 divided by 5. Then you can say by 4 1, by 4 4, by 3 1, by 3 1. So this will give us 4 plus 32 out of 5 divided by 4 out of 3 minus 6 out of 5. Remember, you are done with what? You are done with off. This time we'll go to division. Let's go to division again, D. So we are going to write 4 plus 32 out of 5 times, this will change in times, then these two numbers will interchange position. It will be 3 out of 4 minus 6 out of 5. 6 divided by 5. Then by 4 1, by 4 8. So I will have what? 4 plus 8 times 3, 24. 24 divided by, let me write here, 4 plus 24 divided by 5 minus 6 out of 5. So remember here we have 1. So let's bring it here. We have 4 plus 24 divided by 5. This is 2 4. 24 minus 6 out of 5. So here we have 1. So the LCM is LCM is 5 still. You can take 5 as our LCM because we have 1 5 5. So the LCM is 5. Then 5 divided by 1 is 5 times 4, 20 plus 5 divided by 5, 1 times this one, 24 minus 5 divided by 5 is what? 1 times this one, 6. So we're going to say what? 44 minus 6 divided by 5. So this will give me 38 divided by 5. Then come here and say like this. So far the num is greater than 10. Say like this, 38 divided by 5. 7 goes here because of that 5. Then subtract 3. So we're going to write here 7 whole number. 3 out of 5 as the final answer for that question for information. 7 whole number, 3 out of 5 is our final answer. Don't forget that. Here we don't have problem. I think we have 24 out of 5. Then the LCM will be what? The LCM will be 5. Then from there you go ahead and get your answer as what? As 7 whole number, 3 out of 5. Then let's go ahead and see example 2, guys. Let's go ahead and see our example 2 here. We have you're told what is the value of, this is example 2. example 2, you're told what is the value of, then we have what? We have 3 out of 4 into 1 out of 2 plus 2 out of 5 divided by, remember this is 2 out of 5 divided by 1 out of 3 in the bracket. Then you have 1 out of 5 times 3 out of 8 times what? 3 out of 8. So here we have a bracket. We have what? We have bracket. Let's come here and solve this thing here. Let's come here. Let me solve it here. We have, coming to the solution part, we have this one, solution. 3 out of 4, and to get this 3 into a half plus 2 out of 5 divided by 1 out of 3 minus 1 out of 5 times 3 out of 8. Then we will write here board mass. Take your time, please. Then we'll solve for the bracket, but in the bracket we have plus and division, so division come first. Can't you see now in the bracket? So we're going to say 3 out of 4 in the bracket. We have a half plus 1 out of 2 plus 2 out of 5 times 3 out of 1. Close the bracket. Minus 1 out of 5 times 3 out of 8. So this will give you what? 3 out of 4 into a half plus this times this 6 out of 5. This is 5, remember? Minus 1 out of 5 times 3 out of 8. Then we can still solve here. Our LCM is 10. You can say, look here, 3 out of 4 into LCM is 10. 10 divided by this one is 5 times this one is 5 plus this divided by this 2 times this one is what? 12. So close the bracket. Minus 1 out of 5 times 3 out of 8. So we'll have 3 out of 4 times 17 out of 10 minus 1 out of 5 times 3 out of 8. So what you can do is this would be 51 out of 51 means 3 times 17 here. 51 out of 40 minus 3 out of 40. 3 divided by 40, because this times this is 3, 5 times 8 is 40, then the LCM is 40. This divided by this anyway is 1 times 51 is 51 minus this divided by this, well, it's also 1 times this one is what? 3. So this will give us what? 48 out of 40. By 8, 5, by 8 is what? 6. So I will have what? I will have 6 out of 5, which is one whole number, 1 out of 5. And this is the final answer for your information. One whole number, 1 out of 5. Let's proceed ahead and see example 3. Guys, let's go ahead and see what? Example 3. Let's see our example 3. This is what we are having. We have a question of this kind. We are told this will be example 3. We are told what is the value of, what is the value of, then I have one whole number, 1 out of 2 minus a quarter times one whole number, 1 out of 3 divided by, this is one whole number, don't forget, divided by one whole number, 1 out of 3 plus 1 out of 6 divided by a half. Then when you have such a question in KCPE or any other exam, what you're going to do is write here num. Num means numerator and this is denominator then. So we will take our num solution to this problem. We're going to say num, the upper number, the upper quantity. So we're going to say one whole number, 1 out of 2. Look at this. minus a quarter times 1 whole number 1 out of 3. This is what you're having. 1 whole number 1 out of 3. Then what you're going to do is change this one. It will be 3 out of 2. This times this is 2 plus this one 3 out of 2 minus 1 out of 4 times 4 out of 3. Then here you have what? When you write BODMAS here you have what? Times and minus. Remember, minus multiplication will come first. So by 4 1 by 4 1, so it will give us 3 out of 2 minus 1 out of 3. 1 times 1 is 1, then this is 1, don't forget. 1 times 3 is 3. So my LCM is 6. My LCM is 6. So 6 divided by 2, 3 times 3 is what? 9 minus. This divided by this 2 times this one is 2. So I'll get what? 7 out of 6. From that now. Then when you go to the den, which is the denominator, then we have 1 whole number 1 out of 3. Can't you see now we have what? 1 whole number 1 out of 3 plus 1 out of 6 divided by a half. Then change. Remember this is a half. 1 out of 2. This is 4 out of 3 plus 1 out of 6 times, say, times, because division means what? Multiplication. So it will be 2 out of 1. So by 2 1 by 2 3. So this will give me what? 4 out of 3. Come here. 4 out of 3 plus 1 out of 3. Where am I getting this 1 out of 3? Remember here I said by 2 1 by 2 3. 1 times 1 is 1. 3 times 1 is 3. So the LCM is what? 3. So my LCM is what? 3. Write it here. Then we have a line on top of that. 3 divided by 3 1 times this one is what? 4 plus here 1. So it will give me what? 5 out of 3. So from there you can say what? Come to this point. You can say therefore, num over den. So our num was what? 7 out of 6 divided by 5 out of 3. So this will give me 7 out of 6 times 3 out of 5. By 3 1 by 3 2. So this will give me 7 out of 10 as the final answer for your information. This will be the final answer for your information. We will go to the next example before we stop, because we need to do a lot of examples so that you understand this thing. Let's go to the next example. Let's go to our next example. We have, let me do another one of this kind. We have this one. Let's see this one. What is the value of? Let's write here. This is example. So we are told what is the value of. What is the value of 2 whole number 1 out of 8 plus 1 out of 4 into 1 whole number 3 out of 8 minus 7 out of 8, close the bracket, total divided by, we have this thing, look here, 3 whole number 1 out of 8 times 3 out of 4 divided by 3 out of 8 divided by 3 out of 8. So we have 3 out of 8. So as now we are going to say solution to this problem. So we write here now. Our num is what? 2 whole number 1 out of 8 plus a quarter, then this 1 out of 4, don't forget, plus a quarter into 1 whole number 3 out of 8 minus 7 out of 8. So it will be this times this 16, 17 out of 8 plus a quarter, open the bracket, 11 out of 8, because this times this 11 plus this one, this times this 8 plus this one 11 minus 7 out of 8. So we'll solve the bracket first. Remember, we'll have 17 out of 8 plus a quarter, open the bracket, LCM is 8, 11 minus 7. So this will give me 17 out of 8 plus a quarter times what's coming out from the bracket. That is 4 out of 8. So by 4, 1, by 4, 1. So I'll have 17 out of 8 plus 1 out of 8. LCM 8, 17 plus this divided by this 1 times this one is 1. So this will give me 18 out of 8. By 2, 4, by 2, 9. So I will have 9 out of 4 as the final answer. Then this is what? This is, remember, num. Then we'll go to the den. Den means denominator. So our denominator we have 3 whole number 1 out of 8 times 3 out of 4 divided by 3 out of 8. So this can be written as this times this, 24, 25 out of 8 times 3 out of 4. Now we have division, yeah, and multiply. So division will come first. So solve this one. You're going to say times again 8 out of 3. So by 3, 1, by 3, 1, by 4, 1, by 4, 2. This is what? 2. So you're going to say 25 out of 8 plus 2. Here we have 1. Our LCM is 8. Right here. Okay, this is 8. Don't forget that. 8 divided by 8, 1. That is 25 plus this divided by this 1. 8. 8 times 2, 16. So I'll get 41 out of 8. This is the final answer again. So what are we going to do now? What are we going to do? That's the question here. So we're going to say, therefore, come here, therefore, num all over den. Therefore, we're going to say, therefore, num divided by den. So that is 9 out of 4 divided by 41 out of 8. So this will give me 9 out of 4 times 8 out of 41. By 4, 1, by 4 is what? 2. So this times this is 18 divided by 41. That will be the final answer for your information. That will be our final answer for your information, guys. Then we'll stop there until we meet in our next class, that is statement form of fraction. Otherwise, I wish you the best.